Hello from Seoul! When you think of traditional Korean food, what is the first dish that comes to your mind? Yes, that's right, it's samgyetang, Korean ginseng chicken soup. No, you're saying kimchi? Yeah, you have a point, but please put that aside and focus on samgyetang today. Alright, are you guys ready? Let's get started! Since it looks too authentic and fancy, I know some of you might be overwhelmed before you even try. But don't worry about it. As always, I'm here for you guys. With a little bit of techniques that I'm gonna share today, I'm pretty sure you can enjoy authentic samgyetang at your house. So buckle up. For this, you will need a whole chicken, glutinous rice, green onion, garlic, and ginseng. Also, you will need this samgyetang herbal kit, which includes dried jujubes, ginkgo nuts, and some medicinal herbs. Here, you're probably wondering where you can get this, right? Go to the nearest Korean grocery store and ask for samgyetang kit. Then I'm pretty sure Mrs. Kim will get it for you with a big smile, like your mom. You're too shy to ask? Then try to get this on Amazon. They have plenty of them, so don't worry about it. First of all, let's prep some rice. Put 8 tablespoons of glutinous rice in a mixing bowl and give it a good rinse, like 2 or 3 times. And then soak it in water for at least 1 hour. For samgyetang, the chicken needs to be stuffed with this glutinous rice, so I'll say this is necessary. What? There's no way to get this glutinous rice? Then just use any kind of cooked rice. But don't tell anybody I said this. It's just between you and me. Next, green onion. Since it goes into the broth, you don't have to cut this really small, but make sure to include the white part because all the good flavor is in here. And then slice some green onion for garnish. Now let's move on to the garlic. Since I'm gonna use whole garlic, there's nothing much we need to prep. But what's really important here is you should get a lot of garlic, just like me. I think it's about 20 cloves of garlic. This time, ginseng. Let's cut it into bite-sized pieces. As you can tell from the name of the dish, this guy is the key ingredient. But if there's no way to get this, don't worry about it. As long as you have this samgyetang kit, still gonna be good. Now grab 2 or 3 jujubes and remove the seeds. And then roll it as tightly as you can and cut it into thin pieces. Since this is more of an aesthetic thing, it's totally optional. Then why am I doing this? It's because I just want to make it beautiful. You will see what I'm talking about. This time, let's work on the chicken. First, grab a knife or scissors and cut off the wingtips. And then just trim any extra fat around the neck and the bottom part. If you leave it on, the broth might get too oily. So make sure to trim that off as much as you can. And for information, when you wash your chicken, clean the inside of the chicken thoroughly. That's gonna help you get a nice and clean broth at the end. Once you're done, stuff the chicken. Put 4 tablespoons of glutinous rice, 3 to 4 cloves of garlic, 20 grams of ginseng, and 2 jujubes. The amount of stuffing totally depends on the size of your chicken, so add more or less if it's necessary. Now close the cavity with toothpicks and tie the legs together with kitchen string so that nothing comes out of the chicken. Normally, to get deeper broth, restaurants use dozens of chickens, but we can't go that far, right? So I recommend using at least 2 whole chickens. What? Is it too much? Don't worry about it. It is so delicious, so it will disappear soon. Now let's get ready with the pot. For information, the best way to cook samgyetang is using a pressure cooker because it's quick and the chicken will turn out nice and tender. And most importantly, it's gonna develop the flavor and the broth will turn out much deeper. Some of you might say, Aaron, I don't have a pressure cooker. What should I do? Don't worry about it. You can use an instant pot. You don't have it either? Then take out a large stock pot and boil it for more than 60 minutes. It should be alright. Now let's put the green onion, garlic, and samgyetang kit into the pot and pour the water, which is about 6 cups. Normally, in samgyetang restaurants, they use stock made from a lot of chicken and chicken feet. But we don't have much time for that, and you're not gonna open a restaurant, right? So we will just go for water. You're still worried about the taste? Then add 1 tablespoon of chicken powder or chicken stock, anything you have. With this, it's gonna be pretty much the same as the one from restaurants. Problem solved. Now close the lid and place it over medium heat. Once it starts pressurizing, it's gonna make a sound like a train. Then change the heat to low heat and let it go for about 10 minutes. After that, turn off the heat and let it sit for about 7 minutes and then release the steam. Here, if you don't release the steam, no one will notice it was chicken, which means you can show off to your family or friends. Lastly, let's make the dipping sauce. It sounds like a lot of work, but all you need is just a little bit of salt and pepper. If you want to make it a little fancier, add a little bit of sesame seeds. That's it. Alright, let's transfer it to a tukbeki and gently add some broth over the chicken. And for a prettier presentation, place some ginseng, green onions, and jujubes on top of the chicken. You can serve it now, but if you want more authentic vibes, boil it until it gets bubbling hot. How does it look? It looks awesome, right? Alright, let's go to our taste tester. Claire.
Wow! Every time I get some food that is served piping hot like this, I just get excited. 너무 예쁘다. 어디서부터 손을 대야 될지 모르겠어. Let me try the broth first. 국물이 뭔가 색깔부터 되게 진할 것 같다. Ready? 오, 오 맛있는데? Let me try the chicken leg. Guys, ready? Oh my gosh. Wow. 쫄깃쫄깃거리면서도 부드럽게 잘 넘어가는 게 너무 맛있는데? 자칫 잘못 삶으면 형체가 약간 무너지는 경우가 있잖아. 근데 탱글탱글함도 유지하면서 부드럽게 샥 그냥 뼈에서 싹 발라지는 게 너무 맛있는데? This time, let me check the stuff inside. 대추에 인삼에 마늘에 밥이 엄청 부드러우니 엄청 맛있어 보인다. More bites. 와, 예술이다. 진짜 예술이다. 너무 맛있다. 마늘이 너무 맛있는데? 큰 통마늘 하나 자체가 같이 들어가니까 씹는 순간 그냥 샤르륵 녹아버려. 너무 맛있어. 닭가슴살도 한번 점검해보겠다. 너무 퍽퍽하진 않은지. 부드럽게 잘 찢기는 거 봐. 너무 맛있겠다. 엄청 크지? 국물이 진짜 너무 맛있다 근데. 제대로야. Guys, look at this. 내가 원래 평상시에 다리를 엄청 좋아하는 편은 아닌데도 이건 못 참지. 이거 제대로 먹어줘야지. 이건 좀 케이브 워머 같이 먹어줘야 제맛이야.
I know some of you might say, Aaron, samgyetang is too complicated. Is there any simpler way that we can try instead? I'm glad you brought that up. This time, let me show you how to make dakjuk, Korean style chicken porridge, which tastes almost like samgyetang. It is so easy and delicious, so you may cook it every day. For this, you will need some chicken, green onion, garlic, and cook the rice. And if you use some jujubes and ginseng, you will make your dish look way fancier. First of all, let's make the broth. Put 4 chicken legs and 1 chicken breast into the pot, and then add 1 onion, 10 cloves of garlic or more, and 1 stalk of green onion. You have a whole chicken in the fridge? Congratulations! You can have a much deeper and more flavorful chicken porridge. Keep adding 3 jujubes, 20 grams of ginseng, 10 cups of water, and turn on the heat to high heat. And if you have a samgyetang kit, you can add it too. Once it starts to boil, there might be some foamy stuff on top. Then reduce the heat to low heat and skim that off. From now, put the lid on and let it continue to boil over medium heat for about 40 minutes. While it's boiling, let's prep the vegetables. Finally chop some carrot and zucchini. It's better to cut these really small. It's a bit annoying, then just skip them. That's okay, but that will definitely make your porridge look more beautiful. Lastly, chop some green onion for garnish. If you have some chive instead of green onion, can use it too. No problem at all. Alright, it's been 40 minutes. Turn off the heat and take out the chicken. And then remove the other ingredients. ingredients, but let's save the ginseng for garnish. When the chicken is cool enough, shred it into bite-sized pieces. You may not notice it, I'm screaming right now. I was too early, but the camera is on, so I can't handle it. Please pray for my hands. Now let's make the porridge. Put 4 cups of broth, 2 bowls of cooked rice, all the chicken, and place it over medium heat. At this point, the most important thing is that you should keep stirring it with lots of love. Otherwise, all the rice will stick on the bottom. Once it gets a little thicker, grab a spoon and give it a quick taste. It must be tasty, but I know you will feel something is missing. It's because we only used a small amount of chicken, so it's quite natural. Then what should we do? That's right, add a half tablespoon of chicken powder or chicken stock. That's it, so simple, right? After that, let's add the carrots and zucchinis, a little bit of salt and pepper, and let it simmer for about 3 to 5 minutes. Once it's done, transfer it to a serving bowl and garnish the top with some green onions, sesame seeds, jujubes, and ginseng root. How does it look? It looks absolutely fantastic, right? You wanna know how it tastes? Alright, let's go to our taste tester.
Claire?
It smells like 삼계탕. 오, 데코를 좀 많이 신경 썼다. 너무 예쁘다. Let's mix it. When you have a Korean porridge, it's way hotter than you think. So make sure to cool it down a little bit. 와우. 밥에 진짜 진한 당류수의 향이 느껴진다. 그리고 야채도 단순히 너무 무시한 느낌이 아니라 중간중간 재밌는 식감을 더해주는 것 같아. 맛있어. 이번엔 대추랑 먹어보겠다. 그리고 닭도 많이 넣어야지. 오케이. 맛있어. 단순한 데코들이 아니야, 확실히. 대추가 달짝지근해서 너무 잘 어울린다. 맛있어. 진짜 이거 버리면 안 돼. 이것 좀 개인적인 취향이긴 한데 나는 죽에는 무조건 참기름을 넣어서 먹는 걸 좋아하거든. 참기름 좀 줘봐. You know what? It makes everything better. Let me try. 맛있어. 역시 한 10배는 맛있어진 것 같아, 나한테. 내 기준엔 이게 더 훨씬 맛있어.
Today, I showed you samgyetang and dakjuk. How was it? It doesn't need a little bit of effort and technique, but it's way much easier than you think, right? Once you try, I'm pretty sure you may not want to go to a restaurant to have samgyetang. Alright, this is it for today, and I'll see you next time.